What's going on? Welcome. This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, and welcome to this little section of my channel I call the Shangodiac, which is my little term. This is my own little psychic card reading for each of the zodiac signs, and this is for the upcoming month of April 2017. This is a general reading. I'm gonna keep it concise because I got to move through this because I got a lot of signs to deal with. And but if if something really sticks out to you or whatnot, just do know and trust that you have attracted this information, or you've aligned yourself with the same frequency as this information. That's why you're hearing it in the first place. Okay. um, so before I even get into the shuffle, Gemini, why don't you do me a favor, all you Geminis out there, just take a nice look at this deck. All right. Let's get this. Okay. Now, sometimes I might, if I feel moved by spirit to move in on something, clarify something or whatnot, I will. But it's easy to spend a whole hour on this, and that's not what I'm going to be doing. But we're going to get into see what does April have to do. What is it for the Geminis? What you got? My intention is to bring about what needs to be known by those who need to know it. Now, some of you have Gemini in your other houses and rising and all this. I'm not an astrology expert by any means, but this, just use your intuition, especially if you feel it, okay? So, nothing but the truth, ladies. Okay, let's take a look and see what the main theme in April 2017 is for the Geminis. Okay. Well, good news for some of you Geminis. For many of you Geminis, actually, um, it's almost like this month is going to bring about like a wish fulfilled for you. Something that's like finally, whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever it is you've been kind of trying to bring in, not everything, but something is going to come through for you this month as well. There's also going to be a new relationship between you and your own streams of higher knowledge, higher consciousness, universal knowledge, universal consciousness. Um, you guys are going to be bringing to an end, um, and you will know it this month. Actually, you're going to prove it to yourself because you're going to react different. You're going to respond. Matter of fact, let me correct myself. You're going to respond different to a lot of the different situations and people in your life than you have been. Why? Because you have changed. So you're actually looking pretty good. Um, of course, one of the things that you Gemini's got to be mindful of is you guys can fall into the pit of stinking thinking quite often, so that is something to be mindful of. But all in all, I feel that the energy, what they're telling me is the energy here is on some bringing about an end. There has to be an ending to some things in order to bring in some new things. So that is what this nine of clubs is all about. I am a nine of clubs also, so I'm kind of biased, but yeah. So let's look and see what's going on with your finances. Okay, so some of you, your hours are going to be cut at your job. if you're in a business of your own, customers or sales are going to take a cut. Now, what this does is also presents an opportunity, though, for you to examine your values, what's important to you, as far as how you give value and how you receive value, which, of course, we're talking about finances. So this month is going to present opportunities, and I say opportunities because even though getting cut down at work, getting sales cut down, things kind of slowing down, doesn't necessarily sound like an opportunity. But when you go within and start getting really clear and specific, because there's so much power in specificity, Gemini, and I know sometimes y'all mentally are all over the place, but this is the time to kind of get that laser focus, right? As far as in regards to finances, and maybe even bring forth that idea that you had on the back burner as far as another way, which could lead to a whole bunch of other things. Okay, let's take a look at your relationships. All right. So I actually see that you're actually going to probably, yeah, they're telling me that you're going to meet somebody new. And what you're really going to be attracted to with this person is their mentality, is their intellect. It's going to make them seem so irresistibly sexy to you. Okay, now let's get a little bit of clarification on this. Mhm. Yeah, and this person has a thick build also. A very thick, they're not fat, but they got a thick, sturdy build. They might also have, they're looking to have like maybe even light complected, dare I say. Light complected. Um, and I'm seeing like light brown hair. They might have dyed their hair light brown or maybe even blonde. There's been a new change to their hair, but they definitely have now they have light brown or maybe even blonde hair. Okay, so light skin, thick individual who recently changed their hair. Okay, so that's what you can keep an eye out for as far as your relationships go. Let's go with your health now. Let's see what's happening with your health. Okay. Once again, this is a theme I see for a lot of people right now, especially at this time. Um, as far as in your health, it seems to me that you are just now making your health because of maybe recent health problems, Gemini. Um, Now you're making your health something of value. So you might have just begun or will be beginning maybe like a new exercise regimen or something like that, or maybe in addition with changing the way you've been eating as well. Let's go take a look at your family. Okay. For those of you with a family, as far as an immediate family, a mate, a spouse, some kids, stuff like that. Um, I see you kind of taking ownership now of your relationship with your family. Okay. Um, it's almost like an air of self mastery that you have here. And since you guys you Geminis, you guys are the twins, but if you look at the way what the twins also represent, so many different things, but also the masculine and the feminine, polarities. I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about polarities. So, um, this month is also showing me that you're able to actually listen and be receptive to your family and to people. You're a very good communicator, but this is going to be one aspect of your communication that excels and that also helps to help solidify your family, whether that be dealing with parents, cousins, just close family, maybe close in-laws, but definitely for those of you with families, as far as with a spouse, a mate, and some children there. Okay, so now let's look and see what you came out of. Okay. Well, definitely, I see some of you Geminis have been getting busy because y'all just had um, a child, or you will be having a child this month. So, congratulations on that. And there's something to be said even for a man who, like I said, we're dealing with polarities here because you got these queens coming up. And for those men, Geminis out there, um, yeah, there seems to be a lot of some good juju here as far as your emotional health. You haven't been too crazy. You haven't been too bipolar lately. So that's actually a very good thing. Um, let's get into see what is going on with your near future here. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the near future. Now, I, yeah, see, towards the end of the month here, towards the end of the month, I see you getting really lusty, actually. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting from this right now. I'm seeing that there might even be some restlessness because that's part. You Gemini's can get very, 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 very restless, and sometimes that restlessness leads you into troubled waters because you start putting your private parts in places I won't say that they don't belong, but may not be the most smartest logical choice. But hey, when it comes to things of love and lust, um, yeah, logic often is the last thing that we pay attention to. Okay, what are we looking like on time? We're already in 12 minutes. Okay, now let's look at your foundation. And I knew it would show up. Okay, just a moment because I like to. Okay, now this is not going to go for all you Geminis, but like I said, my job here is to bring what needs to be known to those who need to know it. So somebody over here, so one of you Geminis has pissed somebody off, rubbed somebody the wrong way, but you have somebody working against you. Um, dare I say magically. Now, please, sometimes for somebody to be working against you, they don't have to go light candles and cut chicken heads off for it to be some type of a magical thing. They could just be sitting in sitting in a chair, thinking some very nasty thoughts about you, shooting you a bunch of bad juju. And if you are in a spiritual or mental state that is in alignment with that crap, it's going to take. It's almost like as if you had a bad immune system and somebody sneezes on you just to make you sick. Well, if your immune system, your fortification, certain things aren't, or you got some type of misalignment going on energetically, physically, whatever have you, you're more adept to, you're more acceptable to that. You know what I mean? It's going to take. It has a foothold. So there is some unknown aspects here. Okay. There are some unknown aspects definitely that is not trying to be known right now. This person may know what they're doing, they may not know what they're doing. Um, but there's also, y'all need to be careful because there's going to be some type of an upset, a major upset, and I'm not exactly sure. Let me get a little clarification on this. Can you show me what this joke is about for these Geminis? What's this upset? What's this shakeup? What's this major unexpected shakeup. What is this? Mm. And yes, we have this Ace of Spades. Now you can be the alchemist and turn this into something of a spiritual initiation. Okay, I'm still not sure, but this is also the card of secrets. So if something is not wanting to be known right now, something is going to happen very unexpected. It's going to be very abrupt, and it's probably going to be very big, okay, for the month of April. So please be careful and be mindful of that. All right, let's see what Spirit has as far as advice goes. Okay, so you got the Four of Diamonds, and it is upright. So what Spirit is advising you to do, another thing, is to, because sometimes in life when things are going on, um, what you have that balances you and gives you that foundation is your inner um, values, because they're going to propel you forward towards what you want and away from what you don't want. And it's important that you have these values balanced out right now. Now is not the time to be off kilter, okay? Something is going to come along and kick you in the ass. I'm just telling you that. So please, right now is the time to get kind of, I always say, you're going to hear me saying this in a lot of different videos because it is very true, but that middle path, that balance is what you need to be. And also that requires you to go within and ask yourself questions like, hey, what is important to me? What are my values right now? Do you even know what your values are right now? Because you may think you know what your values are, but you might be running some old programming from when you were in your, early teens, late early 20s, or whatever, however old you are. But that is something you want to look out for, okay? Now, I do offer they're basically like psychic strategy consultations. It's not even just a reading, because I only do hour long and half-hour longs, okay? And the reason being is I like to have that amount of time to really get in depth, to really get intimate with my client, because I'm about, when you leave that consultation, that you are ready, you're armed and dangerous to make happen what you need to happen, as well as having a lot of the other relevant information based upon what you want to make come forth. What is it that you really want? So for those who kind of know what you want, or maybe you kind of know what you want, or on the other side of that, if you don't know what you want, now is the time to get clarification. So you can come see me, www.shango-ray.com, and check me out. I also have a pay-per call line. This is my phone number. And Monday through Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. are my times for this. So if you just want to get in real fast and ask a question, it's a pay-per call line. You see that green light? Go do it. All right, this is Shango Ray. It's been my pleasure, and we'll talk again soon.